time. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. I don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rain, snow, sleet, every day I work my thumb. I don't get to take off, a hater get up. I'm ready like live.
All right, Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Wait, set. Ready? And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. He's checking you.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Get ready. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Now this time, Brady will throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up first and 10 at their own 43. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Get that quarterback, D-line! Get that quarterback, D-line! D-line, get that! Five wide. He's crazy. He's
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
Hey, check my 80! Check my 45! You don't know no better! Check 52! You go tight! Pass 85! Watch safety creep! Watch safety creeping! Safety's creeping! 45!
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. All right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it with Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go, deep, tighten up. Let's go. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no. Regular.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Hey, Echo. Hey, 66.
Brady now on 1st down. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Fletcher Cox, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Check it, reload. Buzz. Check 31. Hey, check 24. Check it.
Here's Brady to throw. And this one caught by Cameron Brate.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Let's go. Hey, let's get there.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down.
Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away.
Get ready. At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was...
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike, 53, Mike. Exit. Let's go. Hey, Alabama.
Throwing again. Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now. 1st and 10.
Watch the screen.
This is Jones. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. This is 1st and goal from about the 8.
Hey, high 7. Quick edge. Come.
Now Jones. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Jack,
Now he'll throw with Brady. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Here we go. Let's bring it. Hey, orbit. Let's bring it. 53's the Mike. Alert! Watch the run. They're running.
Brady now on 3rd and goal. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Fletcher Cox in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. So on 4th down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker, Matt Gay. This a 33-yard attempt. And Gay knocks this one through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
The 26-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
It's our time, guys. It's our time. Alert, alert, alert. Let's go.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Check, check. Watch 54. Touchdown, defense.
And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. This is taken at the 15. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch the edge. No. Off. Regular. Hey, zoom. Banjo. Switch. Slam. Sugar.
To throw again. Brady. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
No, 66. Hey, Alpha. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. I got it. Hey, check it. Out. What do you got?
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Steps away to his left. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. 53, Linda. Let's go. Check 3. Check 13. Check 13.
Looking back to the air on 2nd down. It's Brady. They'll find Miller. That's complete. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Watch the motion. Alert.
On 1st down, Brady. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Alert. Bravo. 52. 52's the money.
Now Brady. Incomplete.
Brady's pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's now 3rd and 19.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, it's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
45 to Mike. 45 to go. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that's complete to Sanders. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hey, check. Hey, check 24. Watch grip. Switch. Check 26. Hey, check it.
Throwing now is Brady. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
50. Hey, exit. Check nickel.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Mike, hey, Delta. 53, Mike. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Go, Bandit.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. He completes this into the hands of Miller. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there? Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Ozzy!
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Alert 3. When he hit.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, it's Brady. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scott Miller with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And this is up and good. It brings them within a point now. It's 14-13. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
On 2nd and 9, Allen firing quickly here, and that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A third down gain of 19. Back now in Tampa. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Rip! Switch it, come on, switch it. Check 50, check 50. He's coming, double up, double up. He's coming too.
Brady now on first down. It's complete, it's Miller. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Shotgun now for Brady. This complete to Jones. A gain of 4 on the play, and it's a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Watch the slant, watch the slant. 53's the Mike, 53, check 53. I'm coming.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brady looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 39. Brady now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down.
Check 61, matchbox lights.
Now Brady again. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The catch and run there, good for 6. In the first.
That's another Buccaneers first down. First and 10 at the 20.
Brady's got his guys first and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Safety creep.
Go.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. Tight dog. Let me do.
Brady to throw again. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Gronkowski, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On second down now. It's Jones. And he'll be brought down short of the 15, but a really good move on the run. And they get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Hey, set 29, Alpha. Let me go.
52 is the mic right here, over there, right?
Smooth.
Drop deep.
Hey, 66.
From the gun, Brady. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Gronkowski, the intended target.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. A gain of 3, second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Flushed out right, and seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. And he comes back with one complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Allen now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Eagles on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. On third down, they turn to Sanders. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
We own it. We own it. Check it.
They'll run on first down. Logan. And he takes it all the way up to the 45-yard line. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 42 yards. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45.
Hey, here we go. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Bang, 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 bang.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, hey!
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Hey, goal 66. Hey, high 7.
Twist. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Alert.
They'll look to throw. He's got the hook out to Miller. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
6-6, pull it high.
52. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Hey, Alabama.
Now Brady. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch safety 3.
Alert! Hey, Charlie.
Check. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
He'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Number 53.
Hey, 66. Hey, Orville.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a 2-point conversion will tie the game. The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the 2-point conversion to tie the ball game.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
Regular.
53's the Mike. 53's the Mike. Double dog. That's the way. Sponge. No.
Well, that certainly comes under the heading of critical mistake, doesn't it, partner? You can't have that. You got a chance to tie the ball game from the 2-yard line. Now you've got to go back to the 7-yard line and take the same chance.
The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the 2-point conversion to tie the ball game.
Let's go. No, 66. Hey, Wahoo.
Check. Fresno. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Hey, go 66.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. A crushing blow there as they cannot tie the game. Now the focus shifts to can they get the onside kick and have a miracle happen.
And they have to have that miracle play that they've been working on, that they've designed. You don't really just draw one up now. You've had different onside kicks. Do they have that one weak point in the defense that they can exploit because they have to have the ball back?
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Buccaneers' 36-yard line.
Check. Walk 54.
They put up their goal at the beginning of the season, and that was to win 7 games, and now they've accomplished that mission.
And congratulations to them for achieving their goal. They have to finish the season strong, but you've got to think that going forward for next year, they're going to jump that number up a little bit higher.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we bid you good night from Tampa.